Hello, everybody. It is I again for another stream. So I was graciously given a very fancy capture card, and I've been really excited to use it, but I wasn't sure what game I wanted to play first with it, or what I should try, what console I should try with it. In the end, I decided that I would work it out for my Nintendo Switch, and we're gonna try playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles today. Yay! This is a game I absolutely adore the Ace Attorney series. I've pretty much played every game that was released in North America anyway. And when they finally announced that the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, both the Great Ace Attorney games as one game was announced for the US, I was ecstatic. Since this game was the first one was announced in 2015, and we didn't get it until now, 2021. So yeah, exciting times. I am super excited to try this out. I hope that you are also excited to hang out as well. I have one shout out before I start. Thank you so much, Ephemeris Lux, for the follow. I really appreciate it. I wish I could attend your streams more often. We always stream at the same time. But yeah, let's get started. I feel like everybody knows the basic premise of the Ace Attorney games. You're a lawyer and you find evidence, and a lot of silliness and puns ensue. So I think we'll have fun. Let's move over. Uh, yeah, okay, this works. So I just need to turn on the music. Yes. Listen, this like soundtrack, this opening theme has been playing in my ear for the past like 10 minutes. It's so intense. Alright. I think you guys should be able to hear it. If it is not loud enough, let me know. Likely is. Let's go. I'm excited to just get into it. Might as well go. Can you play it in whatever order you want? I don't think so. Oh, you can select adventures. Oh. So I know these all take place like pre-Phoenix Wright era. Alright, well that's cool. Let's just start, because I don't want to do anything specific. I'd rather just play it in the order they intend.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
Alright, turn it down a little bit, but we'll see.
The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
No! As all Ace Attorney begins, someone dies immediately.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning
No.
of an extraordinary story.
Naruhodo! No! Oh no. Bienvenue à la Carnival! The Adventure of the Great Departure. Okay. Alright. 22nd of November. The Supreme Court of Judicature? Defendant's Antechamber 5? Alright. We're starting out pretty normal here. Actually, hold on. You are so slow. Can I get to... One thing I forgot to change. Oh. We'll see. We'll see! I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Yeah, that text sound is pretty loud compared to your voice. Okay, no, that makes sense. The funniest thing, like, look at these audio things. It's like, do you want them on or off? There's no audio levels. The one thing that gets me is... Let me see. Text skip. No, not that. Wait time. Adjust the length of time until the next time. Like, no. Well, alright. We'll just adjust the audio manually. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Thank you. Maybe if it's not any better, I'll just adjust further. Thank you for telling me. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares. Murderer! Oh no, I'm a murderer! Sorry. A little apologetic for a murderer. Oh, it's Ryunosuke, naruhodo. Yeah. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. Oh, is he gonna have to defend himself? Interesting. That's enough! Whoa! He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Wow, he's so cool. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. Whoa, he has a sword? So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look, you haven't even graduated yet. Oh, and yet, I still seem to know better than you about how a court officer should behave. Right. Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Who is this dude? He's so cool. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry, his name's Kazuma? Okay, cool name. There you go, apologizing. Or there you go again, apologize, whatever, we're good. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University? Professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not! You have to believe me! I didn't do it! I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe in you. Oh, I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Cool. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. How? It's not that impressive. He didn't take the bar exam and he's a lawyer? And these are different days. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Oh, I see. Here in Japan, anyway. He's setting the bar. He is setting the bar! My qualifications don't mean much, yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Oh, flashback. Oh, cute! Congratulations, Kazuma. Looks like you're going to get a study abroad at last. I know! I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievement and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. His temple? Like, above his eyebrows? Or around his eyebrows? Okay. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. We have to go to America. Oh no, the British Empire. I can't ever remember. There is one game that is set that I think it's the Apollo Justice games where they talk about America, but then in the Phoenix Wright games they talk more about Britain. It's been a long time. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better get going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then. Partner? Partner. Right, right. Okay. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Asogi, may I have a word? Who's this? Who's this? Oh! Professor! I didn't know you were coming. What kind of voice do I give this guy? Well, the case has personal significance to me, probably. But never mind that for now. Asogi! You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Oh? Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then. Who are you? I shall accompany you. I'm not gonna use that voice. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. I don't know who you are. Hello, are you May? Or a version of May? Or Maya? Maya? Yeah. Yep. Ugh, this is awkward. Yeah, oh hi! If I may. Yes, sorry! You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe? Yes, that's right! My name is Eugene Mikotowa. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Okay, that makes more sense now. Ah, Professor Mikotowa. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. Yeah, best friends, right? Just guys being friends. They're friends. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial. They're just best friends! Are they just best friends? I don't know. Nice to see you, Comedy Bun. I'm happy to see you here. I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? Oh no! Ah, as I suspected. You were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. Well, yeah. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? What a good friend. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't kill anyone. But I didn't do it. I swear, I'm not a murderer. I guess we're the same. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Ooh. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so... well, yeah, duh. What? That's not helpful. As soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? Are we getting married? Is that what's actually happening here? This isn't a trial? No, it's just secret wedding? But what will the question be? Surely not... Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Best friend wedding! Woo! Of course not. Defendant! Is it time? Yeah. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once! Okay. I really hope this is secret marriage time. Ah, it would seem our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. Okay. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty or for failing to appear? No, I'm just talking. It's okay. Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Wow, you are real judgy. Judgy McJudgerson here. This is it. If the trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. I like he's way more concerned about his friend not being able to go abroad than him being in prison or worse for the rest of his life. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. Let's go! Is it a trial? My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny! Woo! Yeah, my future as a husband. 22nd of November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2. So this is a courtroom. Yeah. Man, it looks so cool. It's so good. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. Oh, spooky. I don't much like the look of these people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. Why? A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now... How come he knows nothing about this trial? I guess because, like, it's a new thing in Japan at this point. I don't know. You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Is it Judge? No, that's not... Wait, yes, it's Judge! It's Judge! Judge is my favorite character. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, it's this guy. The slimy dude. But he's like... the predecessor. Ouchie. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to the trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Ahsoka. This is it! This must be the question! Who's going to defend me? The question that's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... I need to answer quickly. What should I do? I mean, I guess we'll say it. Does that mean I get to be my... oh no, he doesn't let me say it. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for this defense. Yes! Oh no, Naruhodo, you're gonna do it for yourself? What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself! That's not, you're not, oh. What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything. Just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. Yeah! What the heck? This was supposed to be a beautiful wedding, and you're ruining it, Naruhodo. You think I won't be able to get you off? No! It's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Oh no. Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Aw, man. His eyes are really twitching. He's really nervous. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. That's a very Naruhodo thing to do, even if he has no idea what he's doing right now. Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel, really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? No, it's not, but let's go for it. Huh? Oh, yes, exactly. Yep, totally. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. Uh-oh. In fact, my mind's completely blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Humph. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court. Oh. You must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Yeah. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes! Your Excellency! He totally knows what he's doing. It won't just be luck. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. Do I have to take the bar exam right now? My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes! Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in the case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But... wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? I don't know. You have to know, sir. Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. Woo, court record! But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of R. Wow, what does that mean? As we just sitting before the court. Anyway, if you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press R for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. Okay. Let's press R. Oh, it's my university collar pen. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with R. Okay. Okay, you'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, press B to go back. Alright, thanks. John H. Wilson, the victim of this case. He was visiting a professor of medicine at Yume University from the British Empire. Okay. So also Taketsuchi Auchi, the lead prosecutor. And then these guys too. Wait, this guy's older than this guy? Dang. Okay. What are my, oh, you don't want me to go back. Alright, fine. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Thanks. Thank you. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. I can answer this. I got it. We got it. Find the victim and the people section of the court. Yeah. I know how to do it. Yeah. Okay. That's X? Okay.
Yes!
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Man, he's really not confident of anything he's saying. Shish. How do I say that? How do I say that? I don't know. Anyway. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was visiting a professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. Are they? Cool. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. But why would we kill someone? There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. I haven't heard of it. Please let me know. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Yep. I go there. Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? Nope. Except I didn't kill someone, so... but I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The Judge Court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. Well, it is England. They're kind of, you know, colonizers. But anyway, and you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. But I didn't kill him. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Oh my god! Oh my god, hello! Hi, Mordred. How are you doing? Hi, everyone! Oh my gosh. So... Hi, I'm Trip Starlight. Nice to see you all. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm actually gonna pause this so I can introduce myself properly. Hi! Nice to see you all coming from Mordred's stream. What were you guys playing? I'm so happy to see everybody here. I'm playing, or anyway, let's start out. My name is Trip Starlight. I am a bunny sea slug, and this is my Starlight Observatory. Oh, Total War Troy, that's very cool. I am a new VTuber, and I'm honestly just here playing a game on a Saturday that I wasn't expecting to play. I'm playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles that just came out and finally released in the US, and I am doing a lot of silly voices, so I hope you'll enjoy. I'm so happy to see you all here. Thank you so much for the raid. Can't wait to hear how the slug is tomorrow. I hope you remember to feed it. Yes. Yeah. Nothing better than silly voices. Yep. And yeah, don't worry. The slug is fed. Well, I'm fed, and my other slug is also fed. We're good there. Let's go back. Okay. So basically, I'm playing Ryunosuke Naruhodo, who's been accused of murdering an Englishman. but I didn't do it. So I have to defend myself because I decided to defend myself in the court of law instead of having a lawyer. I'm very intelligent. So yeah, the British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. Looking over there. Oh, there's the guy. Very I am my own lawyer moment. Yep. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. Sounds like you pulled a zag. Maybe you will get a boom hammer. Oh my god. If I'm lucky. I'm actually kind of just hoping for a lawyer's badge. So I went over to the professor's table. Hello! And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. And then he died, huh? Now then, let me pose my next question to you, defended Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency! We got forced diplomacy here? Yeah, that's definitely what's happening. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court, the cause of death. I don't know. A gunshot wound? That's what it looked like to me. The cause of death? Well, obviously that was, Yunosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed by evidence. By evidence? Oh, they're also teaching me how to play the game. Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. It was, oh, my post-mortem report. Death occurred a little bit after 2 p.m. and was caused by a loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Yep, that's definitely it. Yes! Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile! That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. Hold on. Because I was really, Oh wait, never mind. We'll do this. We're good. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see! As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern— oh, sorry, I forgot to— you can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Yep. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. Okay, so now that I have a second. Thank you, Grasswing, Hot Blue, and Z++ for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you! I just finally got the notification showing up on my thing. Okay. Continuing forward. That's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's so clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Oh yeah, this takes place like in the Meiji era, I believe, in Japan. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let's start with the trial. Let's go, let's go. Oh my, what is that? Certainly, Your Excellency, as he's like posing weirdly. Is that normal for lawyers to do? So without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. Who is it? Who is it? Ugh, this is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly, you were the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah! Of course! So, I'm really hoping that my friend Kazuma is not the one who actually killed the Englishman, because that happens a lot in these games, and it's really sad. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in on that crazy look of bewilderment and control with cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control of the cold stares first. Oh, who's this? Butler McButlerson. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called Le Carnival. Wow. Oh no, is he sick? Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, You sure you're okay, sir? It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. You got TB? I hope not. Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. The grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery. Occidental eatery? 3 days ago. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. Oh, very proper. And no petty introductions from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Alright. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? Don't know about that one. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day of the question. We have few diners at that time of day. Alright. The lunchtime rush was over, and there was only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. The bang! A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what happened. Or what had happened. I had found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Yes! Yes! Hold on! Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him! Objection! I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But... The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you'll be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo. Yeah. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witnesses. Yes. If I may confirm one point later. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today? Oh no, oh god, he does have TB, no! Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? Oh no, this man is suffering, I know! Cool. No. There was no one else around this table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Okay. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. How does one get the idea to mod chaos? Well, they're my friend! Won't that make it a chaotic stream? I don't know. For being named Chaos Gemini, I feel like they're really put together. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was someone else. There was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still. What should I do? Oh! Yes! I didn't think that happened. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Objection! Probably gonna get in trouble for that. Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. I didn't mean to! Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? No, I'm not. But I'm sure of what I saw. So, Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Why? I guess because you work there? But why? Please, have a look if you'd like to. Did you kill him? Oh, I see. Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume? That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. Why did he think to just do that? He was just like, yep, I know that a crime scene is happening here. I'm going to draw the layout of this restaurant. Okay, sir. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Yeah, but... Okay. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. TV affects us all differently. Some of us, it just affects us, and I need to draw a layout of the crime scene immediately. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Yeah, he needs some medication. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record. Okay, cool. Woo! Cool. So, the court has now heard a precis of the case. Why does he do that? Is he hailing down an airplane? Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. No! Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. I hope Trips is up for prison. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty on one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? I don't know. No, obviously. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You said it! Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. Well, as I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Yeah, let's do this! Then we'll see just how decisive the evidence this evidence really is. Tongue-tied. We got this. Yeah, he's evil. Which one? The guy with the headband? I'm worried that... Yeah, I'm worried. Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchie, please continue with proceedings. Yeah, I'm worried that my friend, Kazuma... I'm worried. It's pretty common in these games where your friends killed someone for some reason, and then they're not your friend anymore. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. They set it up there 100% with that speech. Yeah. Yeah. You know, you can call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. Ugh. What a slimy dude. Ugh. We had the same reaction. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever! Wow. Such a slug. No! I'm the slug. The prosecution calls its next witnesses. Maybe a snail. A slimy snail. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Oh, who are these guys? Oh, wow. Wait, I know that guy. I think maybe it's just... Never mind. Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir! The Great Nippon Imperial... Oh, wait. What voice should I give this guy? I don't know. They keep giving solid advice, right? Chippinosuke trying to bail themselves out from that prison sentence. Stoic voice? Alright. Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army's Sergeant Iesa Nosa. Reporting for duty, sir. Love the mustache. Yeah, it's a real fancy mustache. Myself, I find as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Kyuryo Korekuta, at your service. Oh, Mordred is in the game too. Did not know he had such a hat. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Both these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day of the question. Why did I say it with the drawl? They must be diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself habitually take tea in the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon, and not infrequently conversed with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. Me neither. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets the Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with a rich clientele. Yeah, good idea, honestly. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war. Sir, maybe it is Mordred. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearms, sir! This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. Oh, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. Yeah, the soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. But did you? Yeah. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. I mean, yeah. Now, the judge will hear your formal testimony, please. I will state everything you saw. Oh, you will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. That makes more sense. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir. Wow. Unsavory memories of the most acerbic afternoon. Acerbic? I never know how to say that word. Alright, now we listen to their testimonies. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. A regulation beefsteak. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed this enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Maybe it's the Milliman's gun, since it would be the one since he would be the one having one on him. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! That wicked university cadet, sir! The cruel and unforgivable enemy! What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. What? This is ridiculous! I didn't shoot anyone! Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Wow, now you don't believe me? Yes, all I did was pick the gun I saw lying on the floor. Why did you pick the gun up? Like, seriously, dude. All this could have been avoided. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Dun dun dun. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Bang! Uh-oh. Planted evidence. Well, if that's the truth, there's obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. The one guy has a Castle TV DNA. Is it... What? What? A second gun? Yeah, a second gun. And one of these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? That our time-traveling bullets? Oh gosh, I hope not. That's really complicated. Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Woo! Cross-examine? Do it now! Yeah, we gotta cross-examine. As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring the despicable student to justice! Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard, eliminates any vestige of a doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of the He's so nervous still. What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean, the defense demands the right to a cross-examination. Yeah, we got this. Yeah. Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. Is that what it's called? A Hachimaki? Huh? How did he know? The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
Objection. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. That's very true. Very true. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. We can do it. It's fine. We just gotta ask questions. Gulp! Kazuma is so commanding. Ooh. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Good point. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means that soldier has said has to be a lie. Well, yeah, duh. Well, yeah, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence. Thank you, sir. Right, evidence. I mean, I get that we need to explain this because Naruhodo's like freaking out. He's gonna poop his pants if he doesn't have everything spoon-fed to him, but all you need to do is present some decisive and disputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. You have to do the crosswords and cross-examination. Oh, if only it was that easy. Alright then, it's all or nothing. Alright, it's time. What the witnesses saw. Now they're gonna repeat what they said. I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Yeah. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. Okay. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. So, and then I can press. Yes! I kind of want to... What do you mean by that? So, you're saying that you actually saw me at that time? Ah, affirmative! I saw you! Laughing, cackling like a madman as you trained the barrel of your gun on the English civilian. Really? But that's impossible! I only... Allow me to confirm just one point, please. What's that? What's that, Private? Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table. Well, yeah. And so what if it was? Well, if that is really the case, it would mean that you didn't in fact see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun. Well, yeah. I thought, yeah. Uh-oh. Ah! And double ah! My sixth sense. Sorry? My sixth sense of danger. I picked up the waves of the murderous energy radiating from your foul mind. Wow. Which means... A split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, Cadet. Were you really? Were you really? Are we gonna take this as truth? Surely that's not really possible, is it? He's a Jedi. Do you think I'd have got to where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son? Well... It would seem the soldier is absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed. This is not good. Oh, I got an award. Nice! The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian and then from the back, the cowardly... But... I kinda want to press this too. Yes! Get his autograph? Yeah, maybe after the trial. So, this black uniformed university cadet, you're saying that was... Ugh! I've had just about enough of your sauce, cadet. Sauce? Who else do you see here in a black uniform, Well, there's someone standing right next to me who fits the description as well, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, the waiter too, you're right, Macho. It was you, you little weasel. You unloaded that firearm on the man. From behind the back, and you call yourself a citizen of the great empire of Nippon? You disgust me. What is it, Ryunosuke? I'm not quite sure. It's something that the sergeant just said, but I can't put my finger on it. Something's playing on my mind. In that case, check back over the details of the evidence you've gathered in the court record. And if you find an inconsistency with what the witness just said, then don't hold back. Yep. Present the evidence to the court. Thrust it in the witness's face and make him choke on it. Okay. Do I have that then? I can go back, right?
Yes!
Oh wait, no, wait. On your hands and knees? Could you explain that, please? I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. It's fine if we just press everything. That's right. Spurning the arthritis I was in order to retrieve the lost piece. What lost piece are you referring to? The Koban, of course! The exquisite Hoei-era Koban coin! What? I had just been showing the rare treasure to the military man as he masticated his meal. Who says that? After averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. He's really spirited for his age. He definitely is. The Koban vanished? Hence, I began to acquaint myself with the intricacies of the floor in order to locate it, and then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? None other than, though it was no concern of mine. I was frantically scouring the floor for the aforementioned lost treasure. So, in effect, you didn't actually witness the precise moment when the incident occurred? Indeed. Myself, I did not. No. Yeah. Ugh. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Listen, Ryunosuke. We know there are lies lurking in these statements. It's time to expose them. I understand that. The question is, how? Like I said before, the key to this is using evidence that you've collected. You can examine the present evidence, while a witness is giving a testimony by pressing R. Yeah, thanks. Go through each witness statement. Yep. Thank you. I'm sorry. Somewhere in there you'll find something that doesn't add up. In other words, an inconsistency. An inconsistency? When you find a statement and a piece of evidence that seem to contradict each other, present your evidence with X and rip the witness apart. Just be careful, because if you assert a contradiction that has no basis, you'll be given a penalty. Yeah. If you're dealt too many penalties, the defense's case will fall apart, and you'll be given you'll receive a guilty verdict. Well, that makes sense. That's it. Pressure the evidence in the court record. Peruse the evidence in the court record and find an inconsistency with the witness's statement. Yep. Alright, I'll give it a try. Yep. Let's go. You can hear the witness's statements over and over again, as many times as you'd like. So keep your head and be measured in your attack. Good luck, partner. Thanks, bro. Yes, we have that. Yep. Myself was extolling the virtues of particular blah, 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 blah. Yep. I want to press... Maybe... should I go here? Yeah. Death occurred at 2 p.m. and was caused by a bullet wound. Oh yeah, it doesn't work because... The bullet wound is through the chest, so I need to go to the next one. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back. Yeah, it's because it wasn't from the back. Where is it?
Yes!
You got this, Ryunosuke. He said you were standing behind him. Yeah. Yep, I got it. Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? What are you playing at, Cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting the wad of papers in my mustache. Oh, it's okay. we came to the same conclusion at the same time, so it's okay. What is... yeah, I already said that. Okay. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. Not sure about this thing since I've never played such games. No, it's okay. I don't mind. This time, anyway. No, it's fine. What nonsense! What can this document possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. We're all along for the adventure. Yeah. Yeah, I've played a lot, like, basically all of these. This is, like, the new one. But if it's your first time, I'm happy that you're hanging out, because I love these games. They're seriously, like, so much fun for me. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there's no place for an amateur student here in the Grand Courtroom. The theories are the best part too. Well, yeah, you guys can talk theories. That's totally fine. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. This surely doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Why is he making that pose? Anyway. Okay, just don't want to backseat and take away from the game experience. No, you're okay. It's alright. Yeah, if you're just talking theories, that's okay with me. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Sorry, I didn't do the silly voice. It's apparent from a single glance at the post-mortem report presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? What? Sergeant Ieyasu Nosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? I have a theory that slugs are trying to take over the world. It's true. If you join my Discord, which you can find in the About section, you'll see that my role is Slugling Overlord, so I think you're right there. The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. In the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eye, sir!
Yes!
Nice segment also, if that were confused. Thank you! I think if segment you mean like the area of my Twitch. Thank you. But no, that just can't be. Why not, cadet? Because... As it's clearly stated in the post-mortem report, fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma, no exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. The photographic print of the victim clearly shows the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, what is that? Is a baby? Is a baby? What is that? What the? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. He has a baby? Is he a robot? Is a baby controlling him? Oh, go to my Discord because of the slug, like, oh, I remember the sub sort of thing, but it's not. Oh! I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Hive Mind! Yeah, yeah, sure. I'll take that. Actually, yeah, I named myself the Slug Overlord, and I named everybody Sluglings in thoughts of like StarCraft, where like the Hive Mind Queen and then the Zerglings. So sure, we'll take it. I don't know why, it was like the first thing that came to my mind. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. What is this baby? Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious Le Carnival steak, sir. Why did you lie? Don't tell me the baby had the gun. Oh my god, if the baby is the murderer, what do we do? What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Ieyasu Nosa, did not see the defendant firing the gun at all. Ugh, that's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Uh-oh. That guy always does that. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. He's so good. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. They said the name of the game. But I definitely saw him. The university cadet there. He was pointing a firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either. Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Oh yeah, you were looking for your Koban coin, weren't you? Indeed, the prized Hoei-era Koban. Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. Yeah, he was on the floor and the gun picked... Oh! Uh-oh! Uh-oh. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed, I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoei treasure. Nothing could distract me! Uh-oh, the old man did it. Out of interest. Did you find the coin in the end? No. I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoei Koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. We're dealing with a whole nother crime here, aren't we? There's a crime within a crime. Although murder is worse than stealing. As I'm sure everyone present is aware. This case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Prove it. Hi, Wizard Texas. Nice to see you. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Telegraph. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels, it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Professor Ouchie? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing the next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo! What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? It really does. Ugh. Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Why is there a baby? Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think? Affirmative! The newest member of the Nosa family to rise through the ranks, sir. Name Idol. Okay. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Damn. Damn, gosh. Idol. Teen Chun! Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. Oh. More testimonies. The true culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment that the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing, alright? Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see, but you're on the ground! Furthermore, a visual search of premises at the time confirms that we were only personnel present. I said that in the wrong voice. Whatever, it's fine. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself, but he wasn't. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the English gentleman. Over and out! Okay. I was wondering why he had that band across his chest when I first saw him. The baby makes sense now. Yeah, true. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman. There was a woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
Objection!
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. Ugh. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this photographic print of the scene of the crime council? What's a stake? Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can be plainly seen, there is only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Ugh, this doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. The photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the courtroom record. Actually, can I look at that? No, I can't do it at this point. I don't understand. What's going on here? Well, people are trying to pin you. It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. Can you still look at the first photo to see? Yeah, I can. I'll do it in a minute. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. Let's actually look at it now. Examine. Oh, the steak. Well, I don't know. Why is he turned around in his chair? A bottle of carbonated water and steak and luncheon. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, let's keep going. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. That's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time, after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. Yeah, I'm not sure if the chairs matter or not. We'll see. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Aochi, would have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. I hate this guy. Was thinking the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think... How could this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Who's that? Oh, it's you. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth, in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. Do it, do it, do it. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses. But make it quick, understood? Ugh. Rules can be so unbending at times. From the position of the chair, it appears to me that it's the wrong table. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Let's see if we can draw it out. The true culprit. Okay. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Okay. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, the young man in Bledge. Okay. It's not helpful. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed we were the only personnel present. Go to the next one. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the English gentleman. Okay, can I go back? Let's press this one. You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Objection!
As you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Ugh. If only there had been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it's already past 2 p.m. when it happened. There's a quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know, of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. It happens, you can eat at 2 p.m. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason, was there? There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. Ooh, evidence. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hota Clinic, yes. There would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. Okay. I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Definitely. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report? Yes! Yes, just in case.
Yes!
Absolutely. If I may, I'd like to ask for the medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witnesses' testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Could be. It could be. Whether or not they are of concern is up for us to decide. You have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon. You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. That's true. It's true. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Ah! Or chit. I don't know, whatever. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's the most disturbing trend. Wow. Wow, sir. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Alright, we got the court record. Now I can look at it. What we need right now is new clues. Yeah, let's look at it. Oh, I can't look at it. I just have it. I can't examine it. I guess it doesn't really matter what it says. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right. I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. But perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Do they? I don't really... Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korekuta-san. Sure. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Actually, let me look at this again. Can I look at it now? No.
Yes!
I guess we're pressing that. Why aren't you telling the truth? That's not useful. Can you look at the waiters overlooking the restaurant? Yeah, I'll do that. Let's actually, can we do it now? Yeah, I can examine this. So if he died there. Magnifying glass. Ooh. I don't know if that's useful right now. Okay. Alright, I'll do that for now. What did you say, cadet? Look at the table with the cross. It shows where he was seated. Yeah. I clearly remember. There's a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Oh, right. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruto, it's not just a case where these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. Right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But if such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. Okay. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time. Oh, shush. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There's nothing I can say to that. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yeah, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Yeah, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? Oh, now I can look at it? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press A, and you can take a closer look at the piece. Yep, okay. Thanks. I'm not gonna say that. Oh, I can look all around it? To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. Wow! By using... okay. I can find extra stuff. Okay. Thanks for showing me. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that you may have missed before. Okay. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further. Cool, cool. So partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. So I was getting to. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use... Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Alright, let's go. Name Mr. John Wilson. Okay, let's click it. It says Hota Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics, almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. Next thing is on the back of the business card. Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Thanks. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. Alright, and I can... Whoa! What's this? The record? It looks like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago. It's probably a record of a long-term treatment, that's why. With a family doctor, I imagine. Well, I can't imagine. Going to a doctor, I mean. As long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one. Wow. Wow. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point. So you don't like doctors, then? Why would you? They make you drink horrible-tasting medicine. They give you painful injections. And then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege. Oh, when you're at your lowest ebb. Yeah, I guess that's true. You sound like a model patient. With a bad case of stubbornness, no less. For which the one cure is very bitter medicine indeed. Healthy curiosity? Okay. This here, I want to see what page it'll turn to. Oh. Interesting. It's all highlighted. Okay, let's just look at it all. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Oh, it's a dentist. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they use laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in West pain relief. Yeah, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Aha! Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours. It's the food! It's the eated food. I know that's bad English. So he would not eat steak. Yeah, it was not his. Yeah. Alright. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. The medical report card's information has been updated. Cool. So he couldn't eat anything. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time to listen to the testimony again, don't you? Absolutely. Even if I saw wasn't the price moment, it's the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. So anyone seeing him eating a steak is a liar. Yup, definitely. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman dining all, but he wasn't eating though. He wasn't eating though. Can I do that? Let's try.
Yes!
Well, I think, about what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? That wasn't really... Okay, sorry, I'll get better. I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Oh, did I not do it right? I wouldn't worry about it. Oh no, this is right because the music stops. That's how you know. You got it right. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clearly in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. You can do this, Naruhodo. Horikuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Ah, I see, and I don't see. What of that, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Oh, he's so put together all of a sudden. Something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. It's not true. It's not true. But that's, Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make sure your point, just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no point to prolong this trial further. He's so sure of himself. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could possibly have perpetrated. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that? What? The outburst has petrified me, boy! Although, to be honest, I have not listened to my dentist when he told me no booze after the procedure. Yeah! Well, not booze for me, but I've tried to eat after I had, my cavities filled before, and, it didn't work very well, but I tried it anyway. Of course I believe it! How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hope the Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted? What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. Uh-oh. Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat? So what? It's all written here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't. Korikuta-san. What, boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more? You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. The victim had tooth extraction and then a life extraction. Oh, that's pretty bad though. Because the victim, as we now know, had just one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthetic. Ah! Expertly done, partner. Ah, we did it. Oh yeah, hey, there's the baby. What? What is this nonsense? You little upstart. We did it. These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. Yeah, that must be somebody else's food. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Whoa! The turns have tabled! Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? No, yeah, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Let's go, let's go. Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been, an as yet unknown third party? I mean, that makes more sense. We'll do that. Obviously, it can only have been someone who was sitting at the professor's table. It might not have been, though. I might be wrong here. Don't judge me too harshly. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes!
There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Wasn't the sergeant eating steak? Yeah, that was my thought. It might have been... The picture might have not been his table. We'll see. The only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push their ruling at the stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly. Cosma, are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them, the two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. That's very true. Perjury. And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? Yeah. No! Hold it. What is a pinwheel? Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. There's a tactical meeting? I was just following orders. What? That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told. Oh God. Uh-oh. They're breaking. Oh. What? Someone give that baby some tissue for that nose. I know, right? What did you say, Korekuta-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I was, Say you never saw the gentlewoman? Ugh. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What is the meaning in all this? The witnesses give false statements? I mean, that happens. Is this true, you pair? Perjury! Just yell it louder. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Just say that louder. Order, counsel. Explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Somebody that didn't want to get caught. Well, that's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't... This can't be happening! Oh, that baby. He's gonna pull that mustache off. Don't do it! Someone give... Oh yeah, the waiter might have... Yeah, the waiter. I agree. Ryunosuke. Judging from the way they reacted to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it. Yeah, this dude, I can't remember what his name is in other games. He appears in like present day, like this is like his ancestor or something. He's always thinks that he's so good, and then he always has like a victim that's like clearly not telling the truth. Or is defending someone that's clearly not telling the truth. Sorry. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Uh-oh. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. I don't know. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. We gotta go look at the waiter card thing, don't we? Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose! No time to lose! The crosswords? I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Severe. I can never say that word right. Please wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about this, well, Your Excellency. Ugh, no time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. Oh. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witness is... I want to say him, but I'm not sure. Let's see. He's a medical school professor. So is he. He's dead. Can I go? Oh, it won't let me go to the other one. No! You were allowed to look at things again? He said you would be. I thought I would be able to. Let me look at... Can I go here? No. That's history. I can't go back. I kind of just want to click this and see what happens, and if I'm wrong, I still have 5 lives left, basically, as you can see in the top right corner. But it could be him himself. Let's just go for it.
Yes!
Seems like I was right. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier.
Objection!
Poppycock! Who says that? What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. I think, hold on, now I want to look at the court record just to see. Because I think I just went on myself. Oh my gosh, look. During all those dialogues, you had the possibility to pick R. Yeah, the thing is, I just kind of went on a gut feeling and it was right. My bad. You did say this was your time to learn, so most likely it's none of them. But just show, yeah. Well, I guess it turns out that he is the primary criminal investigation division chief inspector of the police, so, I'm glad I was right! Yay! We'll do that next time. Oh, I can look at it now? Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look! Do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. I didn't mean to do this, but it's okay. It's not the name that's unexpected, it's his job title. Job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somewhere out here. But the waiter's business card information has been updated. Well, I have the evidence now, I guess. My bad. What? If he truly were. Come on, Unosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth! The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity as proven by evidence. Yeah. Okay, well. I'm glad we have this evidence now. Oh, that's funny. I was too confident. I'm glad my confidence paid off, though. Well, that's unexpected. Wait, what? Oh, dang it. Sorry, guys. Oh. I needed to press X. Alright. If I just hit the X... Yeah.
Yes!
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question? I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency. Wait, so it's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or, perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the detail is. Well, short of living in LA, I have never heard of a waiter with a business card, right? Yeah, me neither. But I mean, maybe in Meiji era Japan? Probably not, though. Would someone please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of the business card. See, I knew that was sketchy. What kind of a waiter's just like, oh yes, the scene of the crime. I better draw this floor plan of the restaurant that I work at right now. In front of that business card reveals the man in question, his profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Uh-oh. Was it in fact that the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen the foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... nothing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who's here? He's back. With villain music. Inspector Hosonaga! You gonna reveal his true form? I was worried something like this- wait, what? How did he talk again? I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. Oh, yeah, that's why I didn't want to submit it. That makes sense now. The court will take this plan and add it to the court as evidence. I don't know who's talking. We got this. We're good. Well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. Why did you do that? It was an unusually careless mistake. So, you mean to say, you really are a detective? But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course! Your salary must be... I was working undercover. I I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes, there has been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? Oh? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. Okay. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. But why were you covering up the homicide then? Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. Yeah? If that is indeed true, clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. I was in fact working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. I met you! However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Oh no, the TV's back. Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable! As I suspected. Ah, this guy. Bang! As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slipped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. Why is he always bleeding out of his mouth? I don't know. Here's my theory. He either has tuberculosis, because this is like the early 1900s, or he's a vampire. It was then I received some special orders. I don't think he's a vampire. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. Oh. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was going to be concealed. Oh dear. Those were my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. Uh-oh, we're dealing with some tough shit here. Japanese is Japanese, so I think he keeps biting on his tongue. Oh, perhaps he is biting on his tongue. You're right. That's also a good theory. The Empire views the friendly terms of relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. Why? I mean, I guess. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. I see. But it's not right! And we don't know for sure who killed them. Or him. Yeah. Uh-oh. So is it just a wash? One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman. What? Uh-oh. You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're a chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. How do you know that? You mean... When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle? I'm gonna say Giselle. She is indeed a foreign student studying at the research laboratory of University's medical faculty. What? What is happening here? This poor guy, he always gets the worst people to defend. I admit, under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. I don't know. Well, he is the judge. He should know, right? Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. Yay, I'm not going to jail! I'm not going to jail! But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the new deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Ah! Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given by the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem? Man, he's really coughing a lot. Oh, hello, sir. Nothing will get in my way. Okay. Even death. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Oh. Yes. Oh, we see my my friends playing games too. I didn't know the Switch would do that. Except death, maybe. Yeah. Yes. Your Excellency! Good. And then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Alright. To be continued. Alright, a lot has happened here. But one thing is finally here. We have determined that I am not a murderer. Yay! I'll save my progress. Okay. Alright. So, that was really fun.